What's going on, guys? El Shanko here, and welcome to another edition of You Can't Win Anything with Kids with Manchester United. Now, the last game that you saw was the humiliation, the 5-1 humiliation against Spurs. Now, that really did shake us, proved to us that we are in a battle here. And I'm pleased to say we've got a little bit better, but there's also some devastating news. So, without further ado, let's start off with the Southampton game. Pretty straightforward 2-0 win. It was a good to bounce back after the defeat to Tottenham. Connor Cullen, Liam Lindsay, Michael McMillan, and Stuart Bannigan all played in this game. Nothing really extra special to tell you about this one. Just really glad to get the win from that one. Followed then by the most heartbreaking news is that we're out of the FA Cup. The board are, to put it mildly, not overly chuffed. But good news is that we got Ryan Scully got a game in this one. Liam Lindsay, Michael McMillan, Stuart Bannigan, and David Wilson. The board are really angry at this game actually because we were supposed to get to the final or the semi-final at least. And we got knocked out in the fourth round. Admittedly on penalties, with Rooney and Schweinsteiger missing them. But importantly here, Liam Lindsay scored, and so did Stuart Bannigan. I'll show you both goals. Liam Lindsay's, I believe, if I remember rightly, was a header from a free kick. It was quite a good header. Here we go, Juan Mata with a free kick. Ball in, and I think Smalling headed it on, and Lindsay headed it in. So that made it 3-2 at the time, to pull us back into it because we were a shambles in the first half. No bones about it. 20 shots to 13, 53 possession to 47. You can see that we didn't have that much, which we should have had, but it was a young team. Standard performances by Herrera, Bannigan, Lindsay, and the rest were kind of average. But let's see Bannigan's goal, which I believe was a cushion shot from across, if I remember rightly. Ball back in, Herrera, back stick, cushion shot for Bannigan, bottom corner. That'll do. His first goal of the season. First goal of the season, really? Is that true? Yeah, it must be. Oh no, he scored in Europe. That's what I was thinking of. I knew he'd scored another goal for us, but I hadn't seen that. That he only scored one goal in the domestic competitions. So we're out of the FA Cup. Disappointing, yes, but it does allow us to concentrate more on the league, which really was a shambles. So we need to improve on that. And next game, West Ham 3-1 victory. Very happy with this. Man of the match performance, Memphis Depay 9.1. Scored 2, set up 1. Can't argue with that. Again, pretty mixed team. Cullen, Lindsay, McMullen and Bannigan all starting. Now, Bannigan's taken over the captain's armband quite a bit this season, so I'm quite proud of him with that. But a 3-1 win, not really deserved, if I'm honest. We played okay, but it was a bit eachy-peachy. It could have gone either way, and to be honest, I'll take the 3-1 win any day of the week. Roma game now in the Champions League first knockout round, leg 1. And we won this 3-2 away from home, which was really impressive when you think about where we are in position. When we had Liam Lindsay starting, Stuart Bannigan starting. So when you look at that, quite happy with this. Stuart Bannigan seems to be on fire. That'll be where the European goal is. Right, okay. Now I'm getting mixed up, guys. Right. So Bannigan scored from here, from this corner. Mata plays it out, and Bannigan's just there, simple header into the net, and that's his second goal, and that's the European goal that we're looking at. So all in all, 3-2 victory in the first leg. Quite happy with that. We'll take that. So then, coming back to the Premier League, we've got just 2 more games to wrap up now, and then we'll get into some club details. So Norwich 3-0 victory, very, very comfortable, with Connor Cullen, James Prentice and Stuart Bannigan starting. Now, James Prentice set up a goal here which was really good for him. Didn't play too great though, other than that. Connor Cullen played okay, Stuart Bannigan played okay as well. They all played okay, but nothing special, but we battered Norwich. We had 50-50 possession, but in terms of shots, in terms of the highlights, it was all us. That's basically it. It was all us. They didn't really have that many clear-cut opportunities, and to be honest, looking at their team, they probably shouldn't have had. It's not a very good team, in my opinion. So, happy with 3-0 victory there. And we move on to the next game at Stoke. Now, I said that I want in the last series, in the last episode, that I thought that all the league games were winnable, and up till now it was all going according to plan. Then step in Stoke, 3-3 draw. Now, frustration would probably be the best part to kind of this. Now we'll look at Andrew McCarthy's goal in the 4th minute, because this is two young lads combining. It's James Prentice who got the assist on this one again. If you see us Higuain with the ball, passes to Herrera. He plays it out wide to Prentice, who plays the ball in, and McCarthy with a cushioned finish. That is perfect. His first ever goal for Man United, his first ever goal in this team. Delighted for the lad, delighted. So we had Connor Cullen, James Penrice, actually I've been calling him Prentice, it's Penrice, do apologise. Andy McCarthy, all starting. So a really decent performance from the team. However, we went 1-0 up, they pulled it back. We went 2-1 up, they pulled it back. They went 3-1, 3-2 up, so we scored again. In between all that, Gonzalo Higuain actually missed a penalty, but really didn't tell the tale of the game. I mean, although we played relatively well, Stoke, I don't know how to describe it. They played out of skin. We got battered. Our entire back four were just on, under pressure all the time. As you can see, 29 shots to our 10. They were really impressive, and actually, compared to the previous game against Norwich, I was really impressed with Stoke. So that leaves us with, in the competitions, we're in this first knockout round, obviously, second leg against Roma, 3-2 up, quite happy. Knocked out of the 4th round by Cardiff, bored, clearly not happy, 20% they expect us to reach the final, and we obviously clearly haven't. So if we win this game against Roma, just get through anyway, which way we can, we'll actually reach the board expectation. So really happy with that. And now the board expect us to win this Premier League. Now looking at it, we're third. The Stoke game really put a dampener on it, but and obviously Tottenham and Liverpool with the game in hand, and we've got Man City today, which won't be easy. So it's still all to play for. I'm not sure whether we'll win the title this season. If we do, then it's a huge bonus considering we've been basically trying to play kids quite a lot. But obviously in the league sometimes you've got to play the more experienced lads just to try and get the results in games you really should be winning. So without further ado, let's take you into some of the things that have been going on in the team. Now, I'm taking on board what what the coaches have been saying, and trying to get people out on loan to teams. Now, I'm really happy with how things have gone with these youngsters this season in our team. So what I've done is I've allowed Stuart Bannigan to go out on loan to Hull for 1 month. He's not played any games yet, but he's out on loan at Hull, and he's basically literally just gone. 28th of February, now it's the 5th of March, so he's basically just gone last week. So just a month to give him more championship experience, because the coaches are saying that he's actually a decent player for Championship sides now, so potentially to be a leading Championship centre midfielder. So giving him some experience in that level as well, just to sort of give him a mix between Premiership and Championship at the moment. I'm really happy with his development. David Wilson is the next one. I've loaned him out to Gillingham. Now, he's not played any games yet, he's again just moved, but he's actually going out for 2 months. I'm really pleased with how he's performing in training. I think he'll be really good for the future for us. Liam Lindsay, I've actually let him go out on loan to Preston, and he's actually played the game already. I just felt that, again, this guy's been a mainstay in the team all season. He's played 20 games for us in the league and 31 overall. I think that, if he can get a few games down at Preston while he's on loan for a month, then again that gives him more experience. He's been in League One, the Championship, and the Premier League this season. So if he gets experience of everything, make him a more rounded player, and I'm really happy with that. Michael McMillan is the next one to be sent out on loan. This is only for 1 month again, and this is to FC United in Manchester, just a local team. Obviously, it's the former Man United supporters, or the team that were set up for Man United when the Glazers took over. He's played one game already, did okay, but it's just to give the guy some first team football, aid his progression, see how he comes back in a month, and give him some more Premier League games. Really happy with that. The other piece of news that we've got to bring you is that Kevin Nisbet is back. He's returned from Greenock Morton. He did not like the hospitality up in Greenock at all, and he's back. But played 4 games on loan in that month, scored a goal. Can't argue with that. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do here. Is I reckon if I can get these guys out for a month at a time, twice a season, on loan to different teams, I think what we can do is we can actually build up, a really good side and build them up into really good players. Because obviously they're playing Premier League football for us, then they're going out and playing in different leagues for different teams and gaining all that kind of experience. So really happy with that. So moving on to today's game against Chelsea. Chelsea, shut up, Ian. Manchester City, and they look like they're coming in with a strong team. We are going with a mix again. Now we're playing Man City. Obviously, they're a massive team to try and play against, to try and nullify. So this is the team I'm going with. De Gea in goals, back four of Darmian, Jones, Smalling, and Penrice. In the midfield, defence midfield, Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin, Herrera, and Juan Mata. And up front, Higuain and Kevin Nisbet returns. On the bench, McCarthy, Cullen, Rooney, Depay, McLaughlin, Klose, and Adriano. Again, it's a mix. If we win this, we win it. If we don't, we don't. Basically, the way I'm seeing this series, because we're obviously trying for the kids, is if we get any kind of result against the bigger teams, I'm delighted. But if we win all these games against the smaller teams, then we should be right up there in with a shout, because these kids really have to develop, and the only way they're going to develop is by playing games. And if we happen to lose against a big team by playing a couple of these kids, then so be it. Quite happy to just let that one ride. So I am hopeful for today's game, but then again I was hopeful for the Tottenham game, and we got absolutely horsed. So we'll wait and see what happens. We're the favourites for this game, strangely enough. Hard but fair. No, you don't want to go hard but fair. You want to just go in hard. It's like hack the boy to death. Sake. Right. What will we say? Fans are expecting the same. So this is obviously... we must have lost against them the last time. So let's just get going. Straight into it. Here we go. Yeah, key highlights, that's fine. Let's go, guys. Just hope this is the early sort of chance that they give you from kick-off. So Nothing happened from that. That's good. A lot of them seem aggressive. I like that in players for derbies. Herrera and Tamata. Higuain has done it. And what is that guy there with his hand up for? He was the guy that was playing everybody on. We'll take that. Higuain, 2 minutes gone. And what's this? Penrice into Herrera. Here's a great ball into Mata. Now, he was playing alongside there, and he's the one standing there with his hand up, the left back. Now, I'm not having that, pal. We're 1-0 up. Great. Absolutely perfect start. Higuain up front now. I moved him, I switched in position so that Nisbet could come back in. And Higuain's just popped up with a goal. So delighted with that. So, I mean, basically, the ref can blow full time now. I'd be delighted. When their first shot headers. I don't want more crosses in the box. Quite happy with the amount of crosses we've got, thank you, Mr. Giggs. Penrice has got 79% already. We're only 20 minutes in. But 20 minutes in, there's only one highlight. I'm quite happy with that. If they continue with that kind of that kind of regularity, I'm quite happy. Oh no, here we go. That's good. Get it out. Get out to him. It's Silva. Good ball in. Oh, it's away. It's good. I'll no lie. I thought that was a goal. I'm thinking that every time they come forward, they're going to score because that's what Man City do. Schneiderlin. Good ball. Penrice. Nisbet. Nearly the two young lads combined in there. That would have been really good. To be fair to him, Penrice has actually done really well since he's come in. Obviously, with Michael McMillan away on loan and with Luke Shaw's injury, it really is only Penrice and Darmian that we've got that can play left back. So I'm actually delighted that, actually we've got Adriano as well, tell a lie. Aguero, and it's 1-1. That was sloppy play. That was really sloppy. Obviously we've got Adriano as well, but I would prefer to give Penrice a game rather than Adriano because the series is all about these kids. So that was disappointing. De Gea didn't do anything there. That's poor. I was well playing Connor Cullen or Ryan Scully. If De Gea's just gonna, faff about with things. Here we go again. Here they come again. Man City on the attack. De Bruyne. He's injured. Come on, get the ball off him for goodness sake. We are lucky. We are so lucky. This team needs a good wake-up call, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it to them. They think they're going to make me look silly. They've got another thing coming. Passionately encourage. Let's give them some encouragement. Let's go, guys. Come on. Come on. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it passionately. I'm encouraging the lads to get in there, fight for it. It's a Manchester derby, for God's sake. If you can't show that you're up for a derby, then you shouldn't even be a footballer. This is supposed to be the creme de la creme, your local derby. We'll take that at half time though. 1-1, delighted. The lads have done really well so far. Still think that that's a good thing to do, and all the talks seem to be okay. I'm going to take off Penrice for the simple reason that he's looking knackered. His conditioning 72. I think Adriano would just give a wee bit more steel in there. Anyone else want to replace at the moment? Nope, quite happy with that. Let's start the second half. Hopefully we can get a result. This will just be the usual kick-off one, so I'm not going to expect anything to come from this. And it doesn't. Not a lot happening here in the start of the second half, so hopefully we can ground out a result here. Even a draw against Man City would be, to be honest, it would be fantastic for us to get a draw. I'm just looking at it. Kevin Nisbet's not playing that well, so I'm going to take him off. 77 condition anyway. Take him off, replace him with Wayne Rooney, and swap Rooney and Higuain, just to give them something else to think about. Quite happy with the rest of the team so far. Get out there and make a difference, you. Done next to nothing all season. For a guy that's getting 300 grand a week or whatever you're getting, you've done next to nothing. So, get out there and impress. Again, there really is nothing happening. This game is quite boring actually as a live com. To be honest, it's always the same when when you play against a bigger side. Live comms seem to be kind of rubbish. Let's see. So we'll take off the pie. So we'll bring on the pie for. No, we'll leave the pie. We'll bring on Kosa for Higuain. And we'll see if the super sub can do it. Let's go for it, guys. Come on. Show me what you're worth. I don't get beat by bloody Sterling. God. Good save to here. Good save. If Raheem Sterling scores against me, that's just not. I'm not having that. He's a very good player, don't get me wrong. He's a very good player, but his attitude stinks. So a lot of players looking very tired. Chris Small's picked up a knock. That's only a facial injury. He should be okay. Just see if we can keep him on. Right. 68 minutes now. Nothing happening again. Again, as far as I'm concerned, if the clock just wants to tick down to very quickly to 90, I'd be delighted. I know it's a home game, but at the same time, I'll take a point against Man City. We took a point against Stoke, so a point against Man City would be amazing. So again, I'm just going to try and tighten this up a bit. Let's see, team talk. Assertively concentrate for the last 10 minutes. Hopefully hold on for a big last 10 minutes. A lot of our players are looking knackered out there. They've put a lot into this. Come on, just keep on ticking down. That's it. Three minutes of stoppage time. Be interested to hear what you guys think of these players. The players that we got from Thistle. I mean, do you think they'll be any good in the future? Do you think that the experiment will come off? Do you think it'll make them Premiership players eventually, properly? How long do you think it'll take? And what's more important probably is we get the full-time whistle. It's 1-1. What's more important is who do you think will become the best out of the lot? Be interesting to know what people are thinking about that. So, not good enough today, I'll say. Just try and get them all fired up. That's good. Quite happy with it. Very happy with that. I'm saying I'm very happy with it, but I'm saying to them that I'm not, because you want to keep them on their toes. So that result really has Chris Smalling out for 5 to 8 days. It's okay. Do the press conference later. We'll look at the league. We are still third, but now everyone's got games in hand. So, what I'll do is Tottenham and Liverpool are playing at 3 o'clock, so we'll just continue on. I'll send the assistant to that, and we'll just continue on to get these results so that you can see how the other teams do that are round about us. Got 11 days till Roma game, so that's plenty of time for the guys to rest. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do something here, and that we'll be able to progress through the league. And obviously, getting results like that against Man City is really good, but the racking up the wins against the smaller teams is really where we're at right now. We've been, obviously, that was 3 out of 4. So that's 3 wins and 2 draws out of the last 5 league games, which I'm fairly satisfied with, and I think that's potential for Championship winning form if we can continue that over the next 10 games. I think we've got a decent chance to win the league. So, let's have a look. Tottenham won 4-0, which was disappointing for us. Liverpool dropped points at Watford, which was interesting. Newcastle beat Norwich, and that West Ham lost to Everton 4-0. So, what does that do to our position in the league? Let's see some preview on that. We are now 10 points behind Tottenham, and they've got a game in hand. That doesn't look good. But we're 4 behind Liverpool, and they've got a game in hand. 1 ahead of Newcastle, 4 ahead of Chelsea, and 6 ahead of West Ham. So relatively happy with that, to be honest. We've come through a big struggle there against Man City. Now, looking at the fixtures, I think the next one I'll do is probably Arsenal. I think that'd be best. Yeah, so we'll come back, we'll do the Champions League, Sunderland, Liverpool, West Brom, all off camera, and then come back at the Arsenal game, and then probably look to just finish off the season and come back at the Swansea game, the final game of the season. So, realistically speaking, next episode will be Arsenal. So hopefully you'll all enjoy this, and hopefully that wasn't too boring a live com. There wasn't much chances, to be honest, but hopefully the rest of the episode will make up for that. So if you enjoyed this, leave a like, leave a comment to the questions I asked you at the end of the game, just about who's your favourite player out of the guys that were signed, and who do you think will make it for the furthest in their career. Who do you think is going to be the best player out of the bunch that we signed? And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.